I'm back! And today I'm going to be sharing with you what I think are the top 10 worst Alolan Pokemon. Number 10! So first up, we have a Pokemon named Mimikyu. And, the term mimic, the phrase, the portion in its name, which is a mimic, is quite fitting for it because it is a Pikachu clone, which really gets me mad because there's already a Pikachu in the game. Now, this isn't just, your ordinary Pikachu clone, though. It's a ghost Pikachu clone, so I guess that holds some merit, and its ability is okay as well, I guess. It's pretty much like using Protect, but you don't have to use Protect, which is kind of nice, but still, it's just a clone of Pikachu in the end. Number 9! So, this game, by far, probably is one of the most uncreative Pokemon games that I've seen, because on our number 9 spot is Alolan Raichu, which is pretty much another copycat of Pikachu, except this one's more stupider than Mimikyu, because guess what? It can surf on its tail! Woo! Like, that's really special. Like, oh my gosh! Like, come on now, Nintendo, you can do better than this. Number 8! So, do you remember back in the day when My Little Pony used to be this big thing and, it actually used to be relevant? Well, apparently Japan, i.e. Nintendo, just got the word of My Little Pony. They just found out about it and decided, well, why don't we create a Pokemon based off My Little Pony, specifically Brayburn, as Mudsdale. Now, so not only is this Pokemon choice, creation, uncreative, it's also just overall, outdated. So, I'd highly suggest not using this Pokemon, unless if you're a nerd. But, yeah, so don't use this Pokemon. It's terrible. And if you use it, you are too. Number 7! So, furries, if you gals didn't know, really tend to freak me out. And, this is no exception with the midnight form of Lycanroc. This Pokemon is so furry that I literally got chills down my spine when I first saw it. It's just so sickening and gross to see, if you use this, we're able to tell that you're a furry. You're a furry, no doubt, if you use Lycanroc midnight form. In fact, it's not even that good. I could probably kill it in one hit with a Leafeon using Leaf Blade. But, it's terrible, and it's creepy, and it's gross, and if you use it, you're a furry. So, yeah. Number 6! So what's your first impression when you see a bug? When you see a bug, do you think, wow, that's lame? Well, you'll probably have the same impression if you see a Golisopod. Now, this Pokemon, its only good merit is the move First Impression, which is really cheap, and it's just, broken. But, other than that, this Pokemon, Golisopod, is just a gross heaping pile of bug type. And, I'd highly unsuggest using it because, fire types could totally rip into it, and you don't want that. You don't want fire types at all, okay? So, don't use Golisopod or you're going to get burned. Number 5! And his name is John Cena, otherwise known as Incineroar. Now, the reason why I hate this Pokemon is primarily because of its typing. It's fire dark when, in my honest opinion, it should be fire fighting. Just this contrast between my logic and, the creators of Nintendo is just so baffling. It just makes me mad. So whenever I see an Incineroar, it just, triggers me. But, along with that, Incineroar just has the weirdest moves. Like, it shoots fire out of its pelvis, and this makes me uncomfortable. And if you want more reasons why I hate Incineroar, go back to my point on furries, more specifically Lycanroc. Number 4! All too often, it seems like we encounter Golbats within caves in the Pokemon games. Now, imagine if you encountered something like a Golbat, but just a little bit bigger. Well, that's the feel you'll get when you see Lunala. Now, Lunala is the legendary Pokemon you'd get if you got Pokemon Moon. Now, just with how annoying it is, just being Nebby and then becoming even more annoying as a bat, what I'd highly suggest not getting Pokemon Moon just because Lunala is such a terrible legendary. Plus, it has a quad time weakness to guess what? Dark! And guess what? Incineroar is a starter! So, yeah, don't use Lunala. Don't buy Pokemon Moon. Get Pokemon Sun instead. You'll be thankful later. Number 3. So it's pretty bad now, gals, when I'm going to have to talk about a dragon type. More specifically, I'm going to have to talk about Kommo-o. Now, this Pokemon is a dragon type, but it's also fighting for some reason. But, other than it being extremely ugly because it looks like it has, dandruff beyond repair, it also has a quad time weakness to fairy. Now, personally, I don't know what the fairy type is, but I'm assuming this Kommo-o has, some real homophobia towards, gay people. So, don't use this Pokemon because it's extremely homophobic and it has really bad dandruff that you obviously don't want yourself. Okay? So, just say no to Kommo-o. Number 2? I think it's fair to say that at this point, Pokemon has officially turned sexist. What I mean by this is, the Pokemon Salandit, the poison fire type. It only evolves, however, if it's a female. Apparently, male Salandits cannot evolve. Now, I personally find this very sexist towards male Pokemon in general, especially since male Salandits in general are more common than the females. Oddly, when, it's usually a 50-50 ratio. At least with us humans, so Pokemon is obviously ignoring reality. And this really gets me mad. But, this isn't the only infuriating thing about this fiery Pokemon. Guess what? It also has a quad weakness to ground. So one earthquake and you're out! Number 1. 2016 was by far the worst year ever! And not because of all the celebrity deaths or, even Trump for that matter. It was because of Nintendo's decision to create the ugliest, most atrocious, most, shocking Pokemon ever. And that Pokemon is Decidueye. Now, essentially, this Pokemon looks like it's a hybrid between Katniss Everdeen's from the Hunger Games and Leafia's here from YouTube. Now, not only does this Pokemon essentially support cyberbullying, it supports child murder. So, it's ugly because it has no chin, and it's as thin as a bone, but it also supports those nasty things. So, by far, Pokemon has made 2016 the worst year ever with Pokemon Sun and Moon, especially with this starter. So, with that, I conclude by saying, what's going on with Pokemon?